What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Terraria 1.3. My name is Splattercat, and I'm happy to have you here today as we hang out in a pit with a man with a top hat. His name is Gallius. That's a pretty fancy name right there. I feel like if your name is Gallius, you're either going northwards to fight the Gauls, or you might be a Gaul yourself. I am Gallius the Gaul, come to fight in the arena. I don't know, that's what it sounds like to me. I get excited by things, especially given the fact that he's got a karate gi on him, which gives us 4 defense, increased damage, critical strike chance, and melee and movement speed. That's pretty cool because I do like to move it. So I figure, yeah, let's make like a lemur and get our Ken and Ryu on. Here we go. What does it look like? Oh, it gives me like a tracksuit. Oh, that's so sick. Now I can get my Gopnik Terraria on. It's time to go. Got my tracksuit. Got my track. Where's my plastic cup at? Where's my plastic cup at? I got my shades on. I got my tracksuit. Man, we are moving on up in the Terraria world. So I don't know what I feel like doing today. I'm not sure like what the goal is or like what I want to move towards. Weird things are happening. Hold on. I'm adjusting my... I think I need to go. There we go. My map's opacity was not as dark as I like it to be, and I had to remember what the keybind was. So today, what do I want to do with my time today? I'm not really too sure. I'm actually a little bit stunned. So I've talked about this on the channel before. I don't sleep very much. I hate sleeping. I think that sleeping is a giant waste of time, and I wish that I didn't have to do it. It's one of those facts of human life that I just can't stand, that I have to waste like 9 hours every single day laying in bed doing nothing. It also might be a side effect of the fact that I just really I have a busy mind too. I have a very, very busy mind, and because of that, I sit around in bed thinking of jokes and funny things to say, and like songs play over in my head, and I just don't sleep very well to begin with. And so I'm slightly loopy right now, but I think it might lead to a better episode. I don't know if we should go down deeper into the earth, or if we should fight a boss, or what we should do today. I feel like we kind of need... I want to use this. I'm going to use this magical boomerang here. Hop on the magic boomerang! Ooh, not bad. I mean, that was a little bit weird, but... You want to go boomerang hunting with me? I had a boomerang when I was a kid. I could never get it to come back, though. I could get it to come part of the way back, and I don't know if it... I don't know if it was because it was a cheap boomerang, or if it was because I was doing it wrong. But I always felt like I threw it at the right angle. It would just go out, and then it would go up in the air, and then it would just sort of do like this weird flying tiger maneuver thing up into the sky and then just fall straight back down. And so it couldn't make it through the loop, I guess. That's what it was going for. It's like you would throw it, and it wouldn't make it all the way through the loop. It would just kind of make it halfway, and then it would fall down on the ground. You'd be like, well, damn. No matter how hard you threw it, over and over and over again, still would not do it. My dad could throw it harder than I could, but it still wouldn't go all the way around for him. So I assume it was a faulty boomerang. It didn't work right. I'm going to need some Australians to teach me the proper technique for throwing boomerangs. Alright, I just need you guys to step up right now. I need you to help me with your ancient Australian wisdom. Anyways, I don't know. We're going to go back down into our tunnel, and maybe we'll try and get into trouble down here. Tunneling for Trouble will be the title of the episode. Nope, I won't remember that at all. I'll say it's going to be the title of the episode, and then I will forget promptly 5 minutes after I say it. So down we go. I think that I bricked that off for a reason, because I didn't want to deal with stuff. What are you? A bound goblin. Hey, buddy. Thank you for freeing me, human. I was tied up and left here by the other goblins. You could say that we didn't get along very well. You didn't get along anywhere. You've been tied up. Let's see here. We can reforge. What does reforging do? Does it make my stuff cooler? Place an item here to reforge it. Oh. I guess that probably does the same thing as it does in Diablo, where it like recreates all the different bonuses you get. I kind of like the bonuses that I have right now on most of my stuff. My War Axe of the Night hits pretty hard. I don't have anything on me right now that I really want to reroll. So I guess we can just chill for a bit. By the way, I put my little claw thing up in my utility slot, just so you guys know. I still have it with me, but I don't know where it is. It's in my inventory somewhere around here. I actually don't see it, but anyway, there it is. It's in my equipment slot. What? You can have a mount? That's so gangster, though. How do I get a mount? Oh, I need that right now. That would make my life so much better. Things would be so much more pleasing for me. Like, oh my god, if I had myself a mount, then I would say all of my words, and they would all inflect upwards. Okay, so we've got... I don't know if I feel like doing this... Well, yeah, let's dig downwards, I guess. I don't know how many... Hey, Auto Dig, what are you doing right now? I need you to be on point, Auto Dig. Auto Dig is not even trying right now. Auto Dig! I don't really care what Auto does. I just want it... There we go. Now you got it. Now you've done it, Chief. Now you got it taken care of, Tiger. Digging down into the ground, Ace. I always hated those nicknames people would give you when you were a kid. It's like those random demeaning pet names when you're like, I hate that so much and I wish you would stop. But I'm like 7 years old and so I have no bargaining power. People do stuff that I tell them not to do all the time, and it's just the nature of being 7. Let's go ahead and put in some platforms so nothing goes wrong here. We got one right there, one right there, one right there. Ooh. I'm waiting for somebody to remix that. Like one right there, one right there. One right there, one right there. I don't know. It's got tonal qualities. I think it could work. Let's go downwards. God, I am seriously like super loopy right now. This is one of the weirdest days that I've worked ever. And Windows Update ruined my life last night. Okay, it didn't ruin my life, but I left like a whole bunch of stuff rendering. I had edited and I left it all up and I got it ready. If you don't know, when you make a video, you got to do this thing called rendering, which like finalizes the video and it gets the size down smaller and it compresses it to a bit rate where you can put it on the internet. It's all technical hoopajube. You guys won't know what it is if you don't do it. But just rest assured that it needs to get done and it takes a really, really long time. And so what most people do, myself included, is you set it up to be automated and run overnight. I did that, and then Windows Update promptly, apparently, ruined it. And so I was just like, curse you, Windows Update! I'll have my revenge! I got very upset about it. It was not the thing I wanted to wake up to today. Then again, I don't often, now that I have a kitten, I don't usually wake up to things that I want to wake up to, because the kitten decides I'm going to wake up whenever he wants me to wake up. For example, I have a large claw mark running down the side of my face right now. It's made a giant, it's a pretty good cut actually. It looks impressive. I'm actually pleased that at least if I'm going to have a cut on my face, at least it's an impressive looking one. Still, I'm going to get this gold over here. This gold is for me. Do I have any more torches? Oh no, I'm all out of torches. That's lame. Let's make some more of those then. 6! 6! We're missing a 6. Otherwise, we'd have the number of the beast torches. We call for satanic aid once we get deeper down into the dungeon. Just be aware, that may come with strings attached. You may have to give a little something, something up. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was talking about the fact that my kitten is utterly incapable. Like, he's reached the age now where he's agile, he's spry, he's no longer like kitten clumsy. Like, he can get around the house very, very dexterous. Ooh, hello. He can get around the house in a dexterous fashion. Why won't that go right there? I want you to go right there. There we are. I'm going to go up and get this heart because I do feel like the biggest problem we have is that I don't have enough HP. Gallius, the traveling merchant, has departed. That's unfortunate. I hope he gets a good funeral, though. Oh, we got an emerald. Hooray! A gemerald. Let's jump up in. No, I hit my head on a rock wall. That must have been painful. Luckily, it wasn't me that had to suffer it, but, you know, I still feel sorry for the poor bastard. But anyways, my kitten's reached the age now where he's fully capable of tearing around the house at maximum speed and doing it well so that he doesn't run into walls or hurt himself anymore. However, he's also reached the age where he doesn't sleep anymore. And so I don't know if he's just taking after me or what's going on here. But essentially, he never sleeps, but he always functions at a maximum activity level. And so basically, you never get a break. It's always just 24 hours a day raging kitten time. And he's big enough and curious enough now to like break stuff. He's fascinated by watching stuff fall. Like, he loves taking stuff and just knocking it off of other stuff. So any object that's on any ledge or any like upward altitude suspended location, he'll walk up and you'll see him. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna knock this off this thing. And then he just pushes it and he watches it fall all the way down the floor. And you're just like, oh, I wish you. What is that? Hold on, that looks like some kind of super filthy statue. If I have to do like a Knights of Standards and Practice thing here right now, I will. I'll destroy it. I will wipe this thing out. Huh. It looks like a buried guy strangling a hog. Either that or some kind of slimy creature assaulting a dog. I don't know what that is, though. I mean, it broke easily enough, so I guess I don't have to worry about it anymore. At least it wasn't cursed and it didn't come after me. Everything else in this game is trying to kill me, so I figure it would too. We should probably go after the Devourer of Worlds at some point, and I do think we could take him. I just think we'd have to trigger him very, very carefully from like a different direction. I think I could beat him in another spot pretty easily. I don't think he's actually that difficult of a boss if you suspend yourself up in the air, or there's a couple of other ways you could fight him. But anyways, he's not that bad so long as like you know that he's coming and you get ready for it. Unfortunately, the last time that I summoned him, I was in absolute 100% noob mode. That is to say, I was a noob who was sponsored by Absolute Vodka, and so, unfortunately, I wound up in a situation where we got trapped up against a wall. We were underground, and that's basically his favorite place to fight you. If you're underground, he can actually be problematic, and that's what happened. I kind of want to kill him, I kind of want to fight the Eye of Cthulhu again and just try to get a few more Demonite ores so that I can make some armor or something. I don't know what our depth is either. I've got to assume that we're down here pretty far, and we've got to be getting closer to some of the more subterranean layers. However, let me jump on in here. I'm going to throw a torch back up. Yeah, there you go, torch. There you go. That was not what I want. Here, I'm going to take you back. I want you back. Now, Torchy. I want you back. Come to me now. I want you back. There we go. We'll take this over to here. And all the way up. Yep, just like that. Perfect. Awesome. So that's pretty much the perfect descent that I could have asked for. Let's go off to this right-hand side. You guys remember that game from back in the day, Descent? That's an older title. I don't think the younger kids are going to remember Descent. But Descent was like this first-person space game where you were like in zero gravity. You were in 3 space, and you flew around these ships. I think you were supposed to be a salvager or something. I don't remember the storyline, but it was basically Doom, but you were in space in like a little space pod, and you could fly. And it was essentially the same concept. You floated around, and it was Doom plus a lack of gravity. And so you flew around, and you tried to find keys, and you shot monsters. It was quite challenging, I remember. Although the one that I remember most, the classic game that I remember playing was TIE Fighter. TIE Fighter was like a big deal. Like, if you had TIE Fighter at your house, you and I were about to be friends. TIE Fighter was dope. And there was X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, and then there was Rogue Squadron. Ooh, I forgot about Rogue Squadron until I just thought about it just now. Rogue Squadron was a pretty good game on the 64. I enjoyed that one. I think I had all the gold medals, too. I'm pretty sure I got all of them. And then I traded it into GameStop. I did the same thing with GoldenEye. I got all the cheats the hard way in GoldenEye. Like, you know how you do that? I don't know how many people have played GoldenEye. I would assume most people have played GoldenEye. It's a gaming classic. But anyways, I did it the hard way. In GoldenEye, if you could beat the levels at a certain speed, it would unlock cheats that you could then activate for other playthroughs. And while you couldn't actually beat levels with cheats enabled, you could still play through them and have a good time over and over and over again, just playing around with the cheats. And I got all the cheats for the game the hard way, like I did it even on the level 2, which is actually considered to be one of the nastier ones. The second level, the refinery, whatever it is, where 006, he supposedly dies. I'm going to throw that in there. And then that's not where I want you to go, because then I can't put a platform down right there. Anyways, in the level where 006, Alec Trevelyan, or however you say his name, when he's supposed to die in the refinery or whatever, that one's probably one of the hardest cheats to get, because you got to beat that level in like a minute and 5 seconds. It was really difficult. It took me forever. I remember working on that afternoon after afternoon after afternoon. It was a pain. I've got a gun, so I'm going to go Salamander. Aw, man. I said salamander, as though he was a salamander combined with like an ant. Oh man, no, stop that. Oh shit, that's not good. You stop that right now. That did a considerable amount of damage. I assume that fighting me in an enclosed space is probably that snail's strategy, because he almost ended us. Ooh, bat hunting season is open. You just got blacked. Taken out. Chick chick, boom. I'm glad that song doesn't play on the radio anymore. In all honesty, I remember it now. That click, click, boom, that song was on all the time. Is that Demonite right there? Yeah, see, I knew you were trying to hide from me. I knew you was trying to hide from me, but I got myself my Demonites. Maybe go over here. Maybe put in like a torch right here so that I can see. I do so enjoy visibility. Oh, there's a rock right there. I don't like that at all. Please don't. Please don't, slime. There we go. I would like that health. Can I have it? Thank you. I appreciate your contribution to my long-term survival. The gift of your still-beating slimy heart. If I crawl... What the... Oh, okay, it's just a normal snail. It's just a normal snail, everybody. I was like, what is that? Is it going to try and kill me? It's just a normal snail. We're all good. I'm going to catch him with my net. I'm going to catch you with my net. There we go. So I caught you up in my snail net. That's an oddly specific piece of bug-catching gear. Like, well, I got my snail net, and I think we're going to go down to the bayou tonight and see if we can get ourselves a couple of snails up in the snail net, you know. Break that off. I don't even think that I need tungsten anymore. Apparently, you guys had told me. Anyways, I do read my comments. I've been slightly trying to avoid reading sometimes because I don't want to spoil the game for myself. I'm just sort of exploring. I think with video games, the mentality of, like, just automatically running out and looking up everything you don't know how to do has slightly spoiled gamers. Like, I grew up in a generation where if you got stuck in a game, you were just stuck forever. Like, there was no, either that or you had to call one of those hotlines on the back of, like, the manual. And if you did that, you knew it was going to be like 25 bucks. And your mom would never spring for that. And so anyways, there's some more stuff over here to the left. I don't know if I want it or not. I'll go check on it in a minute. Still, when we got stuck in games, you just got stuck. And you would just bang your head against it for like a month. And then you would accidentally luck into the solution at some point and be like, oh my god, that was so easy. And so anyways, I think nowadays people are spoiled and they like to just look stuff up so that they can burn through games as fast as possible. I'm not like that. I like to go through games organically and just kind of like, ooh, there's more Demonite down here. I like to go through games organically and just kind of like learn things on my own. And so in general, if it feels like I'm not reading comments very frequently, it's because there's a lot of spoilers. And it's not that I don't want to read the comments, it's just that people spoil a lot and then I'm like, oh, well, that's how you do that. And I'd rather just like figure it out for myself. You know, that's just my mentality. I do read your comments though, so just be aware. Ooh, some amethustos. Put it in my mouth, that's what you do with gemstones. Beat this guy to death real fast with my axe, and now that he's been taken care of. Got some more amethyst right there. I should probably... There we go. This water looks really, really gnarly. I don't think water is supposed to be a murky purple color. If I got down to anywhere, I mean, I was going to say if I got down into a cave, but frankly, anywhere in the water was a murky purple. I'm not sure. That sounds like one of those bands from the 60s. Murky purple. It does, doesn't it? It sounds like one of those bands that would have toured with the Doors. Be like the Doors, Led Zeppelin, opening Murky Purple. I don't know, that's what it sounds like to me. Feel free to name your band Murky Purple, although if you do, I will expect 5% of all revenues. So there's a contract attached right there. If you're not ready to give up and forfeit 5% of all revenues, I think that's fair for giving you your super awesome name. It's going to make you famous. Murky Purple, huh? Or, I mean, if you don't want to give me any money, you could go with Murky Purple by Splattercat would be the name of your band, I guess. And I would take that too. That's perfectly fine as well. And in that case, you could just keep all the money, and then the by Splattercat would drive, like, I don't know, it would drive business towards my channel, and that'd be pretty cool, right? I'm joking right now. I actually would never, ever, ever take a musician's hard-earned intellectual property money. Seriously, I tried to earn a living as a musician, and it is nar. You would go out and like we would play, so everybody in our band was working like a 9-to-5 job Monday through Friday, which is hard enough as it is because I don't know if you noticed, but nowadays we have like a service economy, so most jobs are like 7 days a week. So first and foremost, getting yourself a job that was Monday through Friday 5 to 9, or I'm sorry, or like any job really, 7 to 3 in the afternoon or whatever, was super difficult. But once you had one, then on Fridays you get done and we would play shows Friday, or sometimes Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then sometimes Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And if you didn't sell a lot of merch, like let's say that you only got paid by the bar and maybe you pulled 80 or 90 people, you get paid maybe like 150 bucks at the end of the night for like a 35-minute set. Pretty decent money if you're a solo man act. Like if you're all by your lonesome, pretty decent money. However, when you have to split that 5 ways, you start to like run some numbers in your head. Ooh, a precise compass. That's pretty cool. Although the way that it, it renders distance in a very, very odd way. Directionality. So this is east. I'm sorry, this is east. This is west. And then we just don't have a north and south because that's depth. So I assume you would probably combine this with a depth meter. Where did that compass go? Can it go in my equipment? My equipment? It went somewhere. Oh, man, what is that? No, I don't want camera mode. Go away. Get out of here. So where did that go? Oh, it's in my... Okay, so it's down here. Alright, whatever. I think I'll probably jump up... Ooh, hey, how's it going, Goldor? You want to hang out with me? So what was I talking about? Murky Purple and something else? Murky Purple, and then I was talking about... Oh, yeah, playing in a band and doing the weekend touring and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, earning a living as a musician is almost next to impossible if you're going to be a performing musician. And that's all that I ever wanted to be. I don't really care about recording and all that. I just wanted to perform and be on stage. And so anyways, you would play Friday, Saturday, Sunday if you got booked right, if your manager was able to book you properly. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, although Thursday shows were always sketchy because you know nobody's going to come. Like, who goes to a bar on a Thursday? I mean, come on now. Unless they've got, like, weird days off, I guess, because I just talked about the fact that it's hard to get, like, a normal job anymore. But still, we work 9-to-5 jobs. You get paid maybe 150 bucks a night, 3 nights straight. Got to split it 5 ways, which means on a good weekend, each of you gets 100 bucks at the end of the week. If you sold merch, it would help out a little bit, but the thing about merch is that you always had to put enough money back into the merch bin So you could sell like $700 worth of merchandise, but if you sold $700 worth of merchandise, you got to put the money back in so that you could buy more merchandise before you split it. And then sometimes you needed to get even more merchandise, and so you had to sell a lot of merchandise before you would make like your first profits that could actually be split, because you had to have like a diverse enough and large enough supply to actually accomplish something. I hate you, Diggy thing. I tried. Yeah, I got you with my boomerang. I missed with the first throw, but I got you on the way backwards. You know, get out of here, jellyfish. I don't like you. I don't like you one little bit. I shall convert you to true jelly, literal jelly. All right, like, well, you already turned my niece to jelly every time I sees you. You're real good looking. You want to hang out here with jellyfish in the water for a little while? I'm like, nope, I don't want to hang out with jellyfish at all. You weird underwater brainless creeper. I always find that weird, like, that jellyfish, they have no sense of, like, they have no brain. They're essentially just, like, motorized instinct. Like, there's nothing calling the shots inside of a jellyfish. They just, like, I don't know. Ooh, a 50th cave bat. Hooray. I don't suppose that I can double jump from inside the water. That was fantastic. No, bat, no! Why would you do this to me? They're batting me around all over the place. Okay, so anyways, we can now go into this little cave, which appears to be the Cave of Tungsten! And also, a couple of sapphires. Hell yeah. Weirdly enough, sapphires, there's no fire involved with a sapphire. Well, I wish that there was. It would be super cool if sapphires were actually magical in real life. I've been watching Harry Potter again, like in my free time. And I do enjoy those films, although I only like... I think I started getting interested in the Harry Potter movies after the Goblet of Fire. And so I guess the Order of the Phoenix is where I start liking the films more. Because anything earlier than that, and they kind of feel like kids' films, I do think that the Goblet of Fire is better than the rest, but I definitely don't like the first couple movies where they're like little kids, and it's definitely like a kid's film. Once it starts to get some darker themes, I start to get more into it. Although, I've never read the books. I promised my girlfriend I would, because my girlfriend is like a psychotic Harry Potter fan. Like, she's read the books like 9 trillion times. She knows the names of all the characters in the background. I can't blame her, because I'm like that with Star Wars and like Firefly. Like, I can name characters from the background that don't even have speaking roles and stuff like that. Like, I get into stuff. And I don't know, I need to sit down and read the books, but I've just never done it because I'm always reading other things. Like, there never seems to be a gap in my schedule large enough to read Harry Potter. Like, right now, I'm still making my way through... I read a lot of books about North Korea. I'm still working my way through, like, an encyclopedia of North Korean history at the moment. And it's taking forever. Like, it's got, like, a gajillion pages. That's a technical term. What is that? Rally? What the hell is that? No, baddie! He's like, aha! I am too spry and agile. You cannot shoot me. You are a failure. I shall call your mother and let her know. And I'd be like, whoa! Bringing out the your mom jokes. Calm down, salamander. If only I could shoot you better. What is that right there? 2 silver? Okay, well, I thought it might have been like an eye lens. You... I hate you and I want to shoot you so much. Stop it. Alright, so I need to figure out what's down in here. Otherwise, we are just never going to get out of here. Is there another cave attaching by chance? Doesn't look like it. I also see no treasure. And so any cave which does not have treasure is not a cave that I care about. So I'm going to cave in and go elsewhere. Drop some torches real fast. God, there's so many bats around here. What an obnoxious little enemy. And they don't even drop good loot. So what was Rally, by the way? What does this do? Is it a yo-yo? Oh, cool. Oh, wow, you can walk the dog. Yeah, walk the dog. All up in your face, yo. Ooh. Treasure room. That's a treasure room. Let us go and partake. Hmm? Yes, let us go and partake. Hmm? I always wanted to be like a fancy aristocratic guy so that I can be like, yes, I could just make like a lot of like random noises when people talk to me like, unfortunately the Belgian markets, I don't think they're going to recover this year. And then I would just say fancy stuff, and then when people try to rebut what I say, I'd be like, no, it's not alright. That's actually, it's a voice that I've been working on, I don't know. I figured I'd debut it right now. Let's go back off to this side. Sometimes he drops that helmet right there. That statue's pretty dope, too. I think I'm going to go pick that one up. It looks like Azrael. Let's go ahead and grab that. And then actually, what I would prefer to do is take the gun and plow both of those guys with it before we go anywhere else. That's sort of ambiguous wording. But anyways, you get what I mean. Is that a cow skull on the ground? I want that statue, by the way. The Reaper statue. Alright, so I'll drop some fire right there. That's right, I drop hot fire everywhere that I go, but that's only because I had Chipotle for lunch. Let's look inside of here. Oh, we got some crampons. That's pretty cool. It allows the ability to slide down. What? That's so awesome. I'm now Mega Man. Oh, this is the greatest day of my life. Okay, maybe not. I think the day where I got the double bacon Western cheeseburger from Carl's Jr. for the first time is the best day of my life. If I really had to quantify and just like get out there and be like, what day was best? I think that's a good call. I think you're not too far off the mark because the double bacon Western cheeseburger is the greatest burger ever made. This episode brought to you by Carl's Jr. Still, Carl is my dad's name. He tried to name me Carl Jr. He tried really, really hard. He fought it kicking and screaming, but my parents named me Matthew, which is not a name that I actually like very much. It's just, I don't know. Everybody was named Matthew when I was a kid. Like, I was part of a generation where... Ooh, I almost got squished by a rock. Well, I did get squished by a rock, but luckily my HP is high enough now. Oh, there's another treasure room right there. What? Okay, so let's maybe eat some hearts. Mmm, delicious hearts. And now that we have eaten the hearts, so how does this work? Oh, that's the shizdiggity. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Okay, so I also wanted to try out my yo. Get my yo. Oh, it bounces around. Oh, you can wave it around? Oh, wow. Okay, so that has some unique strategic applications that I think we can probably work with. That's going to be killer for fighting the Devourer of Worlds because he has to flow through that. It's going to hit him on every single segment of his body. It's going to be great, great. Is there anything big in here that wants to eat me? If you're in here and you want to eat me, shout it out right now. If you're in here and you want to eat me, shout it out. If you're in here and want to eat me, shout it out. Oh, look, another cloud in a bottle. Just in case you wanted another, I guess, fart bottle. We've got some tungsten right there. We've got some good healing potions. You can tell because they got a little yellow stripe on them. Spelunkers. Some gold coins, which are pretty nice. I should probably not carry these gold coins around with me anymore. That's probably a bad plan. I'm about to get myself into trouble if I die down here. Especially God damn it, bat. Especially considering... What was I doing? I was looking inside this chest. That's what it was. Especially considering we almost just got squished by a rock. We could lose loot, and we could lose money, and it would be unpleasant. I'm going to get rid of my snail, I guess. I destroy you, snail, with my voracious desire for inventory space. I think it's probably a good spot to break off the episode for right now. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Terraria. I'm going to see you all in the next episode, unless I don't see you, in which case I shall see you in the episode after that, unless you don't come to that one either, and so on and so forth. We'll just put an infinity sign on the back end of this. I'll see y'all later. How do, everybody?